Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video like up. There are moments in television history, specifically in the rich, emotionally charged world of soap operas, when everything aligns perfectly. The writing, the acting, the legacy, and the raw emotion. General Hospital, ABC's enduring daytime drama, has delivered its fair share of iconic moments, but few compare to the unforgettable scene between two of the show's most legendary characters. In this deep dive retrospective, we travel back to an era when two soap titans, Laura Spencer and Sonny Corinthos, shared the screen in a heart-pounding, emotionally raw, and utterly brilliant performance that fans still rewatch decades later. Whether you're a lifelong GH viewer or just discovering the greatness of daytime television, this retrospective captures the electric tension, powerhouse acting, and legacy-level storytelling that defined this monumental scene. Setting the stage, two worlds collide. The brilliance of General Hospital has always stemmed from its ability to fuse different worlds: mob intrigue and family heartbreak, romance and betrayal, redemption and destruction. At the center of it all were two characters who symbolized different eras and energy. Laura Spencer, the heart and soul of Port Charles, whose story with Luke Spencer remains one of soap opera's most beloved tales. Sonny Corinthos, the brooding mob boss with a heart torn between justice, vengeance, and love. They didn't often share scenes. Laura's world was domestic, emotional, centered on the community. Sonny's was dark, dangerous, and ruled by codes. But when these two finally collided in a scene that fans call the explosion of legacy, the result was nothing short of mesmerizing. The scene that shook Port Charles, the throwback scene, takes place in a shadowed hospital corridor during a late-night confrontation. The circumstances: a life-threatening crisis involving one of Laura's children, one that Sonny was indirectly tied to. The dialogue was laced with fire. "Laura, don't stand there and tell me this was just business. You don't get to play God with other people's lives." Sonny, quiet but dangerous: "This world doesn't care about your moral compass. Laura, you want peace. Sometimes you gotta make deals with the devil." The intensity was staggering. Two actors, deeply rooted in their characters, let decades of emotional history flow through every glance, pause, and trembling breath. Fans later dubbed this scene the conscience versus the code. Maurice Benard and Genie Francis, acting masterclass in the hands of Maurice Benard, Sonny and Genie Francis. Laura. This wasn't just a soap opera scene, it was theater. Genie Francis, known for her vulnerability, unleashed a fury that showed Laura wasn't just a matriarch. She was a mother ready to burn the world for her child. Her voice cracked, but her resolve didn't. Maurice Benard, playing Sonny with tightly coiled emotion, didn't scream or threaten. He let his silence do the screaming. You saw the war inside him between duty, guilt, and some strange admiration for Laura's moral strength. This wasn't hero versus villain. This was two people standing for what they believed in, equally right, equally wrong. It was humanity in its rawest form. The aftermath: fans explode with Prizope forums lit up for weeks after the episode aired. "I never thought I'd see Laura and Sonny in the same orbit, and now I never want them to leave. That scene deserves an Emmy on its own. I had chills for an hour." Genie Francis just reminded everyone why she's daytime royalty. Even former GH writers chimed in on social media. "We wrote that scene expecting fireworks. What we got was a damn supernova." Genie and Maurice brought soul-level truth to it. Behind the scenes, a risk that paid off, according to insiders. The decision to bring Laura and Sonny together in that pivotal moment was a calculated risk. They represent different fan bases, different histories, but we knew that scene could bridge decades of GH legacy if done right, said one producer. The director reportedly gave them only one instruction: don't hold back. They didn't. Themes that resonated: this wasn't just a dramatic confrontation, it was a mirror to so many issues GH fans have debated over the years. Justice versus survival. Laura demanded accountability. Sonny defended pragmatism, parenthood. Both characters would do anything to protect their children, yet their definitions of protection clashed violently. Legacy. This scene honored the entire history of GH, from the Spencers' moral crusades to the Corinthos crime empire. It reminded viewers why they watched General Hospital, because it's more than entertainment. It's a saga of right, wrong, love, pain, and gray areas in between. What made this scene so timeless? Here's what elevated this throwback to legendary status. Generational power. Laura represented the show's past and moral center. Sonny was its modern antihero. Their clash felt like a passing of torches and a refusal to let go of legacy. Unscripted emotion, rumors suggest that parts of the scene were improvised. Genie's trembling voice, Maurice's clenched jaw, wrought, unrehearsed emotion elevated it. Symbolic setting. A hospital corridor at night, life and death. Decisions and regrets mirrored the crossroads both characters stood at. Subtext galore. Every line meant more than it said. It wasn't just about one event, it was about two lifetimes colliding. The ripple effect on GH storylines. This Powerhouse moment wasn't isolated. It echoed across the next several months of storylines. Laura launched a crusade against mob influence in Port Charles. Shaking up alliances, Sonny began questioning his methods more deeply than ever. New viewers became emotionally invested by watching two icons challenge each other's beliefs. Some even speculated that this confrontation laid the groundwork for a potential Laura-Sonny alliance, where justice and power merge. The idea of Sonny seeking redemption through Laura's guidance was tantalizing and led to several fanfics that still circulate today. Why fans still talk about it years later? This scene is regularly shared on YouTube, TikTok, and fan pages. Some fans say it's the best acting ever performed on GH. Others call it the spiritual sequel to Luke and Sonny's classic conflicts. It remains a high watermark because it did what General Hospital does best: make you feel everything at once: hope, rage, respect, regret, and above all, humanity. Could it ever be topped? In truth, scenes like this are rare. You need the perfect storm. Two legendary actors, a script with gravitas, and a history so rich that one stare can say 1,000 words. Could GH ever top this moment? Maybe, but if it does, it will likely involve the same ingredients: Genie Francis and Maurice Benard, a cause worth fighting for, and a stage big enough for giants to walk upon. This legendary throwback isn't just a nostalgic favorite, it's a masterclass in daytime drama, a moment when two pillars of General Hospital collided, not as enemies, but as forces of nature. They didn't scream for the spotlight. They earned it. So the next time someone dismisses soap operas as melodramatic, show them this scene. Let them watch Laura and Sonny battle for the soul of Port Charles. Let them feel the tension, the stakes, the history. Then watch their jaws drop. Because in that moment, General Hospital wasn't just a show. It was legacy. Unleashed. Want a follow-up like Part 2? What happened after the Powerhouse clash? Or GH's greatest acting moments ranked? Just say the word.